It's the same thing. If we were farmers, we would be putting seeds in the ground, right? If we were having children, we would be inseminating the womb with our seed, and in 90 days, I mean, in 9 months or 270 days, then that seed sees the light. Was that seed alive? Was it germinating? Was it living? That's a whole conversation that the Supreme Court has to deal with. In my ideology, yes, it was. And it's the same thing about ideas. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing about your intentions. You know, when you set it, it's in motion. Now, how it manifests itself depends on how you're going to water it, how you're going to micromanage this idea of yours and bring it to full term. So that's what this is about, circling the track. That's the only thing that this year represents. It's a cycle. You got to circle the cycle. You feel me? Some people trip up at the finish line, and some people go Shakari Richardson.
Let me add on. In the winter months, the reason why animals hibernate is because the winter is not time for popping out. The winter is not time for exerting yourself. The winter is not time to even really be seen. The winter is not time to be in front of the camera. The winter is the time to fall back and break yourself down in order to build yourself back. The winter is time for reconstruction. The winter time is the time that the quote unquote trees die. Everything always comes back though. No worries, because the cycle of life is always absolute. So, but the trees have to rest. They have to die off. The flowers and everything have to die off, but it's not necessarily a die off. It is what is known as the cycle of life. Nothing ever really dies, right? It always regentrifies. It's always given regentrification. So Scorpio in the first beginning months, and that Jason, that November, that end and whatnot, in the beginning months of winter, right? Because winter, you know what I mean? We are about what? The cycle of life and death. Not just sex and whatnot. Scorpio is life and death, which is a constant cycle. So we are understand the mysteries of life, but we also understand the mysteries of death. We don't approach death, nor do we look at death, nor do we feel death the same way of any other human being on this planet. You dig what I'm saying? They say that we are morbid and whatnot, but nah, we understand that this is a cycle. You know what I mean? You know, you got to have intercourse in order for life to bring forth. But intercourse is not only physical life, it's also ideas. So in wintertime, man is told to preserve himself. You don't want to be, once again, non-exertion. So you want to build up and retain your chi and your energy and your light, and you want to deal with breathing. You want to deal with all kind of discipline. You want to basically pop out in the spring as a new a whole new different person, regenerated,
new sun,
a new sun, right?
Right.
Blossoming like a flower. Henceforth, spring is when you spring forward. So let's participate in this ritual or this quote unquote ceremony together. It's simple. Winter.
Hey, thanks for the question, Sydney. I appreciate you calling in.
Yeah, bless.
Peace, my brother.
Bless up.
Let's keep it moving. We got King Simon. Then let's see Yvonne. King, I'm gonna get to you last. Let me see Yvonne.
I'm back.
Yes, in the building.
You better be ready this time. What's up, sis? What's up, sis? Good to see you. Good, what's going on?
Good to see all of you. It was so funny because I knew you were about to pick me, and that's why I was so close to the phone like that.
Okay.
I felt it. And also, I was FaceTiming somebody, so perfect timing.
Yeah.
That's why.
How you doing? Happy New Year. How you doing?
Happy New Year, you guys.
That part.
My phone camera's being weird, so I don't know why I'm not. Oh, there we go.
Yes.
I just want to say gratitude to you guys, all the work you're doing, everything, just the community and helping being clear lights, being those pillars of light and of love out here in the sea of darkness. So gratitude.
Thank
you. You know what I want to say, Yvonne? That every rising I'm able to wake up smiling the same way that you smiling with that fireplace behind you, legend. Because people like Cat William and these other celebrities, they're what we call spiritual notification centers.
Right.
Meaning that when you go and get a notary republic and they stamp something that you say, because they're the stamp, and when they hit it, it makes everything that you say certified and solidified. The things that Kanye said the other week, the things that Cat is saying this week, the thing that somebody else is going to say next week, all it's doing is giving a stamp, like the same notary republic stamp, a seal of approval to what you've been standing on, what Blue been standing on, what Rich been standing on, what I've been standing on business. Right. So I'm just grateful that our work, and I got to give honor and praise to the godfather of this whole thing, Professor Griff.
Oh, yeah, yes.
Yes. Not to take anything away from anybody.
Right, right.
Every single thing that people is acting like, yo, did you hear that? Guess who brought that to the thing? But please continue.
Yeah.
And thank you.
It's just funny what you said, because I basically I wanted to put a stamp on what you guys were saying, because I'm out here, I'm living my best life, and I may not always know what I'm doing, but as far as my purpose, just showing up every single day as present as I can be, praying as often as I can, asking for support as much as I can. I feel like I'm in my purpose. I never feel like, oh, what is it I'm supposed to be going out and doing? Because when I show up 100% and I'm getting feedback and I get gifts handed to me and I get this and I go places and everything's gravy, I know that I'm in my purpose. So I think sometimes like looking for stuff, and I was listening to Q Reeves just like earlier today, and he was talking about how you being is the purpose. So that too, just being, but really being fully you is part of our purpose. You never know if your purpose was just to raise your dog, raise your children. You don't know what purpose is. It doesn't have to be a grand mission. Like y'all are out here doing it, but I want to encourage people just doing little things, because all of us are on purpose.
Man, you got a wonderful energy about you.
I know. Whoa. It made me want to share too. So can I share?
Whoa.
Please.
Okay. So Spirit is telling me to say that when you speak about purpose with the Great Reset and where we're going into in this new quote unquote era, what this really is about is that we're not only in the age of experience, but we're in the age of purpose. And in the age of purpose, what we're seeing and what's being shown to us, even with these babies losing their lives at the snap of a fingers, is that you have to experience everything that you came down here to experience. Nobody owns anybody's body. Nobody owns anybody's life. Nobody owns anybody's quote unquote direction. You have to be able to follow experience. You have to be able to follow the fact that your spirit came here to live its life. Do not put the restrictions of the old world. That's why people are breaking up. That's why people are having breakthroughs. That's why people are breaking down. That's why people are breaking away, because there's a breakthrough that is taking place because the old program is breaking down. It is falling apart. And with that old program that's falling apart is the Disney spell. Disney is about to be the next thing that's going to fall in this pillar and whatnot. And with that goes the spell. The shiny suit theory spell fell, right? The Benjamins, all about the Benjamins, money over spirituality and whatnot, money over the 5 percenters and Father Allah on them, the cross over, Christianity over Islam and whatnot. All of these representatives, we're seeing a pole shift, right? So the fact that you're seeing people not wake up, not make it to the next day, and some of them may have not lived out their true purpose or fulfilled their life because they were stuck in that old paradigm that said, nah, fam, you can't necessarily enjoy your life because you're married.
Right.
So you blocked 1,000 years of experience because you going by what Ellen DeGeneres told you to do. Or what Steve Harvey said that y'all read it, think like a woman and act like a man or something. I'm just saying that there's a lot of programming that has to be re-examined, because a lot of that programming is steering a lot of people's consciousness. But as we move closer into the truth, things are beginning to fall apart.
Yeah.
And if you really said that you're here as a spiritual being, have a human experience, well, in the Kali Yuga, they're making all experience available for your ass to have. So think about it. 12-year-olds are experiencing the world, everything, everywhere, all at once, in ways that 30-year-old people don't even know the world exists in. They're going through wormholes and having experiences in all kind of worlds at like 8 right now. How about that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Indeed. Blue, you want to add on before the sister leave? Blue, anything to add on, or you
I
good?
think that was an amazing summary with you. I would tell you by any and all means, maintain your peace, protect your peace. You have it and you exude it. Know that that's a value, a treasure that you can't put a price tag on, and value it to that degree that you protect it, and just don't let it accessible to any and everybody, because you have something that money can't buy.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Heard. And that's why I'm home with just my animals right now. So
all right. Well,
thank you guys.
Thanks for calling. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right.
Peace.
Let's get to we're gonna get to King Simon, then we're gonna get out of here.
Yes.
King, what's up?
Real quick, I want the there was a little discrepancy, a glitch on the link with the checkout thing, and I fixed it, letting everybody know.
Okay.
I fixed that for everybody. But go ahead.
That's the original.
Yes, you got that work. Yeah, the original.
Okay.
Yes, sir. From
his own density together.
From him himself, from the man himself.
Right.
Happy New Year. Happy New You. Happy fiscal year. Happy all of that.
Peace to the legend, King Simon. Peace to the legend.
I'm definitely coming through on the 15th, so make sure I'm on that super list.
You want to host it? You want to be the co-host?
I could be a part. No problem.
Yeah, you can be the co-host for that night. I need your energy.
So, man, hey, man, everybody talking about purpose, man. This year has started off as far as what we're in this frequency band has started off an interesting way. Blue and I was talking about finding the 44 in this year. We found it. And a lot of people do not just jump into the 8 frequency. Look at that 44 this year, because, in my book, New Motivation for Mental Stability, we talk about 4 is one of the main mental hubs. Yes. You have to protect your mind. Got to protect your mind.
That's what's being attacked.
Exactly. Because remember, just the word media, movie, and all of these, anything that begins with an M. Remember, that's the letter 4 in numerology in the Pythagorean and the Chaldean system. So they're going to attack you with movie, media, and music. Heavy. All the M's.
Yeah, murder.
And that's 444 alone. Just those 3.
And machines.
Exactly.
Machines.
And I'm glad for people talking about finding their purpose, but in the Pythagorean system, which he accommodated for himself after studying with us, it adds up to a number 11. And 11, it tells you that they got to dig deep within for them to realize that the purpose is already on the runway. It's already there, because 11 represents the runway. It represents the equilibrium between the physical and the spiritual realm. It's just that people are not digging as deep as they should, or not realizing that they're already in their purpose. Sometimes, even if you're just a bum on the street, that was your purpose. Go ahead, brother.
Let me ask you something. Is destiny number correlated with somebody's pursuit for their purpose? Can they find their purpose in their quote-unquote destiny?
Because destiny has been interchangeable in numerology between life path and destiny. You know what I'm saying? But in the name, when you're looking at name, that's where you find the destiny according to the language, according to the jargon. But the destiny, a lot of people like to say, "Oh, I'm looking for my destiny. I'm looking for my destiny." But if you don't find the love with what you gravitate to, how many of y'all watched the movie Shogun Assassin? And what he did with his child? He put the ball and he put the sword on the floor. And he said, whichever one he gravitate to, either he's going to go out with the ball. The colorful ball means he goes to his mother. The sword that he gravitated to, that means he comes with the father. You got to be able to put those 2 balls in front, because sometimes our children already know their destiny is that they can get sidetracked off of the walk, off of the travel, because of what's going on. So it's very important. And then the word purpose means it equals a number 3 in the Chaldean system. And 3, after that spiritual deep awareness of that 11, that 3 is reminding you need to express it. Is expressing it going to be easy? No, it's not going to be easy. But at least, like Dr. B. Sirius said, you got to allow it to come to you and then become the I am and what you allow.
And Cat in the Hat showed you in living color what that looks like. Exactly. You might have to sit down and sip on some spirits, right? And have real talk, and have an unbiased person across from you do what? Ask the right questions.
What's so funny about that? Remember, Cat was talking about what he went through in his early parts of his life,
and he was telling his story is important. Why? Because nobody can tell your story like you can. Right. And what's the most important story? The story never told.
Never told. And what's so funny? He's born September the 2nd, Virgo, right? Virgo energy. His alignment number is an 11. So all that brilliant stuff that he was talking about, I can tell that's what he went through. It's just like watching Terrence Howard work right now. 1 times 1 cannot equal 1.
Right.
It's been programmed to say it's 1, but he's a master number 11 also. Taraji P. Henderson, born on September the 11th. Another master number coming out against another master number like Oprah, born January 29th, which equals 11. And then we had Monique, born on December the 11th. They're just coming and showing themselves.
Wow.
These 11s are just
11s at war. Wow, that's crazy.
Because remember, 11 is the number of the reveal. It's a revelatory number. It's going to, Minister Farrakhan is an 11.
He said 2024 is going to be the year of what? What did Cat in the Hat say?
Okay. Oh, the reveal. The reveal.
It's going to be the year of the reveal. So he sets this calendar year off. He sets the fiscal year off with the what? With the reveal, with keeping it real, with speaking your truth. We're doing the same thing that Taraji and then we're doing. He just had longer to do it, and he's more of a skillful assassin.
Yes, and he did it. He did it in front of a Cancer. He born June 26th. Shay.
And he know how to appeal to Shay as the Cancer, and that's exactly what he did to let him stand down so he could continue the massacre.
And guess who's born the same day as Shay? Dr. York.
Wow.
There's a lot. He used to reveal a lot through his insight too, and used to just listen to people. Because when I was there under the Ansar community, Doc used to sit down and listen to the algorithms of his community, and he have them ask them questions. That's how he's able to come up and then send his research team to go and verify and then bring it back to write the books. The women are the answer.
Right.
And that 8 is a woman energy. Go ahead.
Right.
So it's going to be a powerful 44-8 year this year. It's going to be a powerful 8 is still the build and destroy number. And it's going to be a good year for people born on the 8th, the 17th, or the 16th, but also a good year. Look at Rich. I love Rich. Also a good year for the Capricorns and the Aquarius on another side. But 11 is a master number that represents Aquarius also.
Yes.
So we're going to see it. And then the 44 is also an Aquarian number. So we got to pay attention to what's about to happen and have fun in it, enjoy it, allow it to be for you all the people out there, allow this platform, Red and Blue's platform, my platform, Billy's, everybody's platform, Dr. B, everybody's platform that's doing something that's keeping you on a higher vibratory level and a mentally high level, because the true words I can say about the number 44, which is an 8, is that trusting the universe within yourself and understanding your connection to the macrocosmic universe, because that's what that represents also.
Fire. Yo, it's gonna be a party. Oh, go ahead, Blue. I'm sorry. I'll say it after you. Go ahead.
So supercharge itself coming in Aquarius season, because now we're dealing with, like you said, Aquarius equals 44 in Hebrew. But this is dealing with the 20-year window that Pluto will be in Aquarius from now until 2044. And ironically, the solar eclipse is going to hit on April 8th, right? Yeah. That will not repeat itself either until 2044. So you got the eclipse and you got Pluto in Aquarius, hitting on this 44 energy, of which was already amplified the way that this year started. So it's going to be very interesting. Like you said, build and destroy. And, it's gonna be intense, but better.
And you know, one more thing. You know what's so funny when I see that 4 and the 8 coming up, the 44 and then the 8 coming up. When you multiply 20 times 24, it equals 480. Again, it's showing his face. It's showing his face. That 4 and the 8. So you gotta. That's why I say look at things from a holistic perspective. A lot of people just want to add. Some people want to subtract. I multiply because you see the trajectory when you start seeing, when you start multiplying, because multiplying is exaggerated addition.